So today I want to talk with you about what to do after you have mastered a movement. So let's say we have mastered the handstand push-up. So a good rule to know if you have mastered something is if you can do it for 5 reps and 5 sets. Of course, you have to ask these questions first. Can I hold proper alignment when I do the movement for all the reps and sets? Do I have sticking points? Do I need a lot of energy to perform this? Can I do it with ease? Do I need a stimulant for this? Am I losing some balance? Are there some technical issues? Do I have enough range of motion? You have to first ask yourself this question. So many people ask what to do if you have mastered a certain movement. So right now I'm just going to give you an example with the handstand push-up. So right now I've mastered this once again. I did 5 by 5 for 3 workouts now already, and this workout was really easy for me. So I've asked myself all these questions, what I just listed. Everything is correct, you can see that also on the video. So first, what I want to say is always have a goal after your first goal. So if you have a goal, for example, you want to do handstand push-ups, you should always think ahead. So my goal is to get back again to 90-degree push-ups. If you do not have this goal, really your progress will be slower. So this is just a small tip. So what to do after 5 by 5 handstand push-ups? Okay, ask yourself, what is my goal after this? Do I want to increase the reps? Do I want to move to a bigger movement, like the 90-degree push-up? So here's a list I've made. I use many ways to progress. I believe in much variation. You know, not everybody is the same. So this is just some tools or just some ways you can progress. So first thing is you can increase the weight, you can play with the tempo, you can do pulse reps, you can increase the range of motion, you can play around with tools or hand placement or the grip, and you can of course increase the reps, which I think is not a great idea for bodyweight training, especially with a big movement like the handstand push-up. What do you really accomplish when doing more and more reps? In my point of view, you accomplish nothing. My best max reps for handstand push-ups is around 16 to 17 with good form on, and all I did was keeping the reps low and the volume high. If you want to increase muscle mass, there is, of course you can use higher reps for increased muscle mass, but I think a more beneficial way to increase muscle mass for bodyweight training is to play with the tempo, so more time on the tension. This will also build more control and just build more strength in that movement. So once you are bored with high reps, which will be fast, you can move on to bigger movements faster. So I'm just going to start on the top. So why would you increase weight? Of course, when you perform handstand push-up with a weighted vest or ankle weights, it will of course increase strength much better. But this is really a way to increase the difficulty, I would say, just for more advanced athletes. I can jump into weighted handstand push-up no problem because I have a history with the handstand push-up. But as far as increasing rate, after you have mastered the handstand push-up for 5x5, I would not jump into that yet. So then we move on to tempo. Tempo is a great thing to use when you want to move forward. For once, if you have sticking points and you perform a slow negative, this will of course increase your sticking points much faster. When you have alignment issues, performing the handstand push-up with a controlled tempo of course will improve your alignment too. It's just a little bit harder, it's a little bit more intensity, and this way you can keep moving forward. So that's a great way. That's a great way to push further. So the next one is pulse reps. This is mostly used again to make it harder, but it's more used when you have big sticking points. So if your sticking points are in the top of a handstand where you cannot balance good on each rep, or in the middle when you push up and the sticking point is in the middle, you pause in the middle. If your sticking point is on the bottom, you pause on the bottom. I really love pause reps. After you have done 1 to 2 workouts, your handstand push-up will increase dramatically. So if you have sticking points or you feel weak at certain points of the movement, just work on pulse rep. So next one is increasing the range of motion. I believe this is one of the best ways to increase the handstand push-up, or any bodyweight movement actually. So for me, my goal is to perform 90-degree push-ups again, and I have shoulder issues. So what is best for my shoulder? Is it to increase weight? Absolutely not. Is it to perform pause reps? Yes, maybe, but increasing the range of motion is of course much better for my shoulder, because the bigger the range I move my shoulders in, the more mobility it gets and the more strength I build in that range of motion. So it's only better for me. And increasing the range of motion, let's say chest to floor, will of course dramatically boost my 90-degree push-up in the future. So this is what I'm going to do in the next workouts. I'm going to perform chest to floor handstand push-ups. I will start with 2 to 3 reps for 5 to 8 sets, and then I will build up again to a 5x5. And when I'm performing that, I make sure I'm ready for the 90-degree push-up. So I have done my pseudo planche push-up. I have increased the range of motion on that. I maybe have done the pseudo planche push-ups on rings, or pseudo planche push-ups where I lift my legs off the floor on each rep. I made sure I'm ready for that, so I can jump into the 90-degree push-up in the future. So then the next one is using different kinds of tools or hand placements. So again, ask yourself, what is your goal for the future? Is it to do the handstand push-up on the rings? Is it to do 90-degree push-up? So do you want to master all grips? Just play around with it, it's really okay. But if you have a goal that you want to do the handstand push-up on the rings, then the next step forward is of course to train the way the rings move. I have played around with ring handstand push-ups. It's really hard for me to find balance on the rings. But what I've done first is doing handstand push-ups on the perfect push-up, which you can of course rotate, so this will kind of act like the rings do. Of course the rings are much more unstable and much harder, but you can externally rotate on top. So this is a great way to increase your handstand push-up if your goal is to perform it on the rings. You can move on to handstand push-ups on the rings with the straps. Just ask yourself, what is your goal? And then I've talked about the reps. So always know that there are always ways to improve yourself and improve your training in bodyweight training, and I believe it's really simple to get through plateaus with bodyweight training. As you can see, you can use a huge amount of tools to increase the difficulty of the exercise. I always tell my clients to have a goal after they have set the short-term goal. So we also, of course, know what to do, what movements we have to do as accessory work. That's just basically it. It will just make your progress much better, much faster, much more efficient. So this is just a simple way how I break down movements, how I progress myself and my clients. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comment section below.